Percy and Henry are two green engines that work on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. Percy is small and likes to take mail, and Henry is big and likes to take cargo. But both have been very timid and nervous regularly. They aren't always like this, but it seems very strange for them to be this way. So, how did they come to this state? Let's find out. One night, Henry was due to take the flying kipper. The workmen at the harbor were loading fish into the vans, but there was a large catch this year, and they needed to add more vans to the train. But soon everything was ready. The conductor's whistle blew, and Henry set off. Through the night, Henry huffed and chuffed down the line. Henry is a strong engine and can take heavy trains, but he would need a back engine when he got to Gordon's Hill to help with the heavy overload. So, when Henry arrived at the station before the hill, he whistled a special signal. "Peep, peep, I need help." "Peep, peep," whistled Percy, "I won't be long," and he buffered up to the van. "I'm ready," he said, and the two engines puffed onwards to Gordon's Hill. The hill was soon in lamplight view. Henry started to ascend the steep hill with the kipper. Percy was not as strong as the other tank engines, but he did his best to help. The two engines huffed and chuffed in union to reach the top of the hill. But Henry noticed that they were starting to slow down. Percy's strength was given out. "Come on, Percy," said his driver. "We're almost there." Now Henry felt that he was carrying 70% of the train. "Give it your all, Percy," he wheezed. Suddenly, Percy entered turbo mode, and he started to push faster. Henry was now at the top. "We did it," he cried. "Now we can—" But before he could say anything else, everything else happened at once. Crack! Henry's brakes snapped, and he went racing down the hill with the flying kipper. Meanwhile, Percy was still in turbo mode, and when all the weight left in front of him, he went flying off the tracks. Henry, on the other hand, was going much too fast down Gordon's Hill, and there was no way for him to stop. A signalman diverted him into a sign, but he crashed through the buffers and into a tree. Both sets of driver and fireman were able to jump clear, but the two engines were in terrible condition, bashed, bruised, broken, and traumatized. Two separate rescue teams went out to clear the wrecks. Both were a huge hassle, and the two victims of the accident didn't say anything. But Henry and Percy were soon sent to the works to be mended. The two were quiet at the steamworks, even when Victor tried to start a conversation. Henry and Percy were traumatized by their experience. They had both experienced insane accidents and events, but none were compared to such a crash that they had just gone through. Ever since the two engines had been fixed, they had been very timid. Henry can still be himself most of the time, but he is more timid to even the littlest of things. Percy is definitely more scared than he used to be, but he's perfectly fine with his friends, Thomas, Toby, and Ramos. While I'm sure this is going to affect some things, I hope you understand why these green wrecks feel this way.
So that's going to be all for this video, guys. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. But that's all for now, guys. This is the Blue OJ Leader, and I'll see you later.